Welcome to Michael's Kids Club Spring Break. Today we will create a mosaic pot with flowers. Join us for all 5 days of making. Enjoy!
Hi everybody, welcome to our clay flower pot class. Today we are going to be making this cute little flower pot. We're going to cover it with our Model Magic and add some fun little clay beads, and then we're going to make some flowers for it. It makes a nice little spring gift for mom or for anybody, for your teacher, for whoever you want to give it to, or just put it out and decorate your space. All right, so let's get started. So let me just show you, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to be putting the clay on a clay pot. And then we're going to be sticking the beads into the clay. That's what we'll start with. So let's go ahead and open up our Model Magic. Get a chunk out and see how far this will go, but we're going to get a handful of your clay and knead it in your hands until it gets nice and soft. Okay, and then we'll take it, we'll kind of go ahead and flatten it out. You can do it with your fingers or you can do it on your table. Kind of just flatten and stretch it a little bit. Okay. You can use any color clay. We're using white, the Model Magic. We're going to go ahead and lay it on our clay pot. And then you can just fold over the top edge, just like that. And just press it onto the pot, just like that. Use your fingers to press it. Let's see how far we can get it around there to add some more. Almost made it around. And then you're going to kind of pull it off the bottom of the pot. Just kind of take your fingernail and just kind of scrape it away from the bottom. We'll smooth it out. You could use a plastic knife if you wanted to, or a craft stick but you want to keep the bottom of the pot flat so that it will not be wobbly when it's sitting on the table. So just keep pressing the clay and spreading it. You don't want it to be too thin because we do need to press our beads into it. So I'm going to take this piece that I cut off the bottom and see if I can fill in my empty space up here. Should be able to. Yeah. And then just use your fingers to smooth the clay from one section to the next. And then you can roll the clay over the top. And then just keep smoothing it with your fingers, just like that. Okay. Let's see how our beads go in. So now we're going to push a bead onto the clay. Well, it didn't stay. Now what we may have to do, the clay might have to be thick. Let's see if we make the clay thicker if it will stick. Otherwise we may have to glue the beads in. But let's just try around the top and see if we make it thicker on the top. I'm adding some more clay so when I push the beads in, they have more clay to go into. So I'm just putting more clay on the top. And I'm pushing it with my fingers around the pot, just rolling the pot in my hand. Roll this clay over the top just like that so we can make the top look good too. And then kind of smooth it out a little bit. We're just going to try the top first of all and see if the clay beads will stick into it a little better. And then if that works better, we can add more clay to the bottom. Otherwise, we can add some glue to our beads. All right, let's see how that works. Okay, that seems like it's working pretty good. So we're going to push the beads in, just like that. If when it dries, if the clay contracts a little and the beads fall out, you just add a little bit of glue to the back of the bead and it'll go right back. It should stay on your pot nice. Okay, so I think the trick here is the clay needs to be thick. So see how I'm pushing the bead in to the clay? We're going to add some more clay at the bottom of the pot too. So I'm trying to use different beads, so I just did that one. Let's do a green one. I'll do that one right there. Oops, that one popped out. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to, maybe I made the hole too big. Let's try that again. In fact, I'm going to put that one there and this one here. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get my glue handy. Just in case we need to glue them in. All right, so now I'm going to get some more clay and I'm going to make my bottom a little thicker because I don't think the beads are going to stick in there very well. Let's try it. Oh, that worked. You can put however many beads you want in here. Like this one, it's pretty covered. And just keep pushing them in. See, they'll stay. That one I don't think is I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this glue. Whoops, what happened to my little tip? Well, put a little dab in there and just stick that in there. So that's what I'll do to the ones that don't want to stay. Or you could try adding more clay to that area to make it a little thicker. Let's see, how about a purple one? Yeah, I think the trick is having thicker clay down there, because those go in pretty good. You can smooth your clay as you go. There we go. Go ahead and add some more in there, maybe. Fill in some spaces. Like I said, you can add as many as you want, or as few as you want. This wants to come off. Let's see, well, I've got some space. Maybe right there. Okay. Okay, well, when you have your beads stuck into your clay, It's going to take some time for that to dry, so we're going to do this next part. I'm going to set this aside. So now we're going to make some flowers, okay? So we're going to take some chenille pipe cleaners, and I'll show you how to make the flowers. Let's move these things aside. Here's a flower. So we're going to start with a loop. Just make a loop for the flower and twist it onto the stem there, like the pipe cleaner there. And then bend that up and make another one. We're going to kind of go through there to kind of keep it in place, okay? Now we're going to make another one. And we'll go through just to kind of keep it in place. And then we'll make another one. So you can make, so this will make a 4-petal flower. If you want to make more petals, you'll have to add more. I'll show you. We'll just go ahead and make a bigger flower. So I'm going to take this end and I'm going to twist another chenille stem to it. So it's just like making an extra long one. Just like that, okay? So like that, and we're going to stick it through there. We'll do 5 petals on this one. And then just like that, okay? Then to finish, I'm just going to wrap it around there. One time should hold, and just kind of squeeze it together so it's all, so it holds. Okay, so there's the flower. Now we're going to add a green stem. So I don't need all of this pink, so I'm going to cut some of it off, just like that. Then I'm going to twist. I'm going to twist the green one around the pink one. So I can attach my green stem, just like that. All right, there's our flower with our stem. Well, let's just leave it. We don't need all this stem right now, but, well, let's see. So let's go ahead and cut it, because then we can use the rest of the stem for our leaves. So you'll see how this flower has some leaves on it. So let's take this, the rest of this cut piece. We're going to find the middle and wrap the middle. Just twist it one time around your stem, okay? So it looks like it's got 2 arms. And then just fold that one in and twist. And fold that one in and twist. And there you go. Now you have a flower with some leaves. And now we'll make the center. We're going to take a, we'll do this one, we'll do orange. Probably only need about half, let's try half of a chenille stem for that. And we're going to coil it. Just keep rolling it on itself, just like that, until you have the size you want. If it's yeah, I think I'll cut it there. That looks good. Okay, so there's our flower center, and now I will take my glue, put a little bit on there, and stick my center right there. All right, okay, let's make another one. Let's do that again so I can show you how to make another flower. Okay, so we're going to start, we'll do the blue one. I'm going to start with a loop. Then we're going to twist our end. Okay, we're going to make another loop. And I'm going to go through it just to help secure it. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to make another loop. We'll make this one a 4-petal one. Once we made that other one, we added to that one, so just like that. And twist it on here. The very end doesn't need much. You just have to connect it. Oh, that didn't work. You know what? I think we better add to it. This is not quite long enough. So let's add another chenille stem on there. Twist, twist, twist. Okay, now we've got our fourth petal. I'm just going to go ahead and go through one of these. Doesn't matter which one. Usually the one across from it works the best. And then the fifth one. Okay, see how I have 5 petals? And I'll just go back through and secure it. I'm going to press it all together so it stays. There we go. Now if you want to bend up the petals a little bit, you can. Okay, so we're going to cut that off. And then we're going to add a green stem. So we're going to twist. Okay. We got it attached because we twisted the green one onto the blue one. And then we'll cut off the end. And then we'll make some leaves. We're going to fold that in half. Twist it around there. Make one leaf. And twist it. And then make the other leaf. And twist it. And now we'll just straighten everything out. Make them the shape we want them. Just like that. And then we've got to do a center for this flower. And again, we're just going to bend the end and then we're just going to start to roll it on itself. We're just making a coil. See how that goes? Just around and around, just like that. You could also put a pom-pom there. You could also even put one of these if you wanted to. And we're just going to put a little dab of glue. Glue our middle to our flower. Okay, let's set that aside. So if you look in here, we also made some little grass. Before we do that, let's go ahead and put a little bit of clay inside our pot, okay? That's what everything's going to stick into. So let's get some Model Magic. Knead it a little bit. Get it kind of soft. And stick it on the bottom of your pot. And then we're going to stick one flower here. One flower here. That one might be a little too long. If it's kind of floppy, you can make it shorter. That will help give it a little more stability. Okay, so now let's make some grass. We're just going to cut some pieces of chenille stem that's about the same height as the pot. And then just stick it in the clay, just like that. They can be different lengths. Give it some interest. Oops, I bent that guy. There we go. You can put however many you want in there. I think that looks pretty good. So this is our pot, guys. So this is our clay-covered pot. You could even put a real plant in there once it dries. But that's all there is to it. So if you need to go back and stop the video and watch some parts again or practice making your flowers, you can certainly do that. But I'd love to see your creations. So if you go on to Michael's Instagram page and put your pictures up there and do hashtag Make It With Michaels, I'd love to see what you've done. All right? Well, I will see you guys next time. Bye.